Hi, I'm MJ Gode, and this is TNT, where I, your host, I'm gonna brew some tea, and then I'm gonna spill about whatever the hell I want to talk about. I am not presenting myself the way I normally would like to present myself in a video like this. However, we have a whole day ahead of us, and the getting ready part is gonna come later, and I'm gonna tell you guys about that a little bit more here in a second. But I got my water in my kettle. I have the tea that we're going to be trying today. We've got Mighty Leaf tea to try today. This is their orange Dulce flavor. Like a lusciously rich dessert, orange Dulce is a dark brew, teeming with notes of orange, vanilla, and jasmine blossoms. That was a terrible French accent, and I'm sorry for anybody French that might have just cringed when they heard that. But you know what? I'm not that sorry. These are all the cabinets that I have to work with for my entire little kitchen. That's it. Let's see, what mug are we gonna do today? We're gonna go elephant, or are we gonna go gilded gold? I love you, Ellie, but I think we're gonna go with the gilded gold today. The reason for that decision is because it's my birthday weekend. And tonight, I'm going to be going to a little gala that's happening in West Town tonight. Again, I'll talk more about that here in a second. Let me get my mug ready because this water is about to be finished brewing. Right off the bat, I just ripped this bag open, and the scent of this is just so nice. It almost smells like, it kind of reminds me of Earl Grey. It feels like I'm getting notes of bergamot in here too, but it also smells like an orange creamsicle hard candy. Ooh, I'm really excited to try this one. This is really nice. All right. Our brew time on the little tag says 4 minutes. You can read that. So I don't have a timer on me, so we're just gonna go. We're just gonna have a good time. We're gonna talk. Shit's been weird this week, right? Shit's been really weird. It's February 8th as of me recording this. And if you're in the United States, you probably have some inkling of how bizarre things are going right now. Just overall society, I guess you could say. I had a fair amount of my friends tell me that they really would feel better hearing my perspective on getting through hard situations. So this episode, it's getting through when all you want to do is get out. Because I have a lot of experience with that. I've had a lot of experiences in my life where all I wanted was to get to the other side, where I was always thinking ahead and whatnot. And in some instances, I would say that thinking ahead to the next chapter is almost like a gateway into toxic positivity and to not being in the moment. About 10 years ago was probably one of the toughest times of my life. And it was a summer where everything that could have gone wrong did, essentially. And the only thing that kept me going was literally every single morning I would wake up and I would tell myself, I just have to make it back to bed. I just have to get through the sunlight, I just have to wake up and see tomorrow. That was the thing that helped me get through. But I really did. All I wanted to do was just escape the entirety of what my life had become at that point. I mentioned in my last video that I had bed bugs, and I think I even mentioned that I got evicted in Austin, Texas. It was that summer. There was also a really bad breakup that turned so sour. Just wasn't able to find a good job that fit after losing a previous position. Like I said, everything that could have gone wrong really did that summer. My friends that were around were a huge factor in me surviving that summer. Like, my brother's best friend from high school was living in Austin at the time, and he very graciously let me stay with him. And if it weren't for him, I would have fully been up Schitt's Creek, probably in the street. Like, that was like a fully homeless period for me. That's like a little nugget of my own personal history. Like, quite literally, I had to boil down my life to like every tiny morsel of gratitude that I could feasibly find. Like it got to that point in my survival and my like basic instincts to where I had to remind myself that I was still breathing, remind myself that I still woke up that morning, remind myself that people still cared about me and were helping take care of me. How like that I was even able to get to the next meal, you know? There's a lot of people that are in similar situations like that now. I know it sucks. It sucks to be told like you just gotta be grateful. You know, you just gotta put on your gratitude hats. You know, like I totally understand how much it sucks to be like told that when it just feels like everything is falling apart around you. Because everything was falling apart around me. But truly, just like, you just have to find the, not just, I don't want to diminish anything that you're going through by telling you you just have to do one thing. Inconceivably rude of technology to cut me off in the middle of making a point. Apologies about that. We have moved from my messy kitchen back to my messy desk. Welcome. Welcome back, me. As I was saying, I don't want to diminish any experiences that you are going through right now and say you only have to do just this one trick. Anybody that's telling you you just need to do one thing or you only have two options is just trying to sell you something, okay? I need you to internalize that, okay? If you think you only have one or two options, you don't. In fact, you probably have upwards of five. I like to think of it as fuck yes, fuck no, fuck this, fuck that, fuck it. I feel like those are your five options in any given situation. And interpret those however you will. In my opinion, though, being able to find the amount of time that you can currently stand to exist in. For me, it was a day. I had to get through one day at a time. You can do it 1 week at a time. I know some people who have found a lot of success with the book The 12-Week Year, you know? Like some people like they just have to get through the season or the quarter or the month. But it goes in the opposite direction too. If you find you can only stand 7 minutes in heaven or whatever, like if you can only stand to get through the next half hour, do it. The thing I have learned is the only way out is through. There's no magic device or spell or word that's going to get you to the other side. And maybe it really is genuinely better on the other side. It's likely that it is. Unfortunately, though, we can't live in the past. We can't live in the future. We only have right now. And if right now sucks, then it's okay to acknowledge that right now sucks. I don't want you to discredit yourself. I don't want you to lie to yourself in order to attempt to make yourself feel better. You might end up feeling worse that way. I don't want you to feel worse. I just want you to make it in whatever way making it means to you. I wish I had some better advice than that, but resilience is a muscle, and you have to just keep working it in order to get to that next 7 minutes or that next day or that next week. I hate being resilient. I hate it. I wish I could just be a soft little marshmallow baby. Sadly, though, in this point of history that we are currently living through, the unprecedented times that we seem to come across every news hour, you need to expand the scope of what you're seeing. You have to find a win in anybody else's or anything else's win. If that's a sports team doing well, great. If that's your neighbor received some good news, amazing. Your coworker got a much lauded promotion, amazing. Do a little zoom out, if you will. That was another thing that really helped me in my most troubling times. This smells amazing. I think it's time to finally review this here tea, this Mighty Leaf Orange Dulce. Again, I don't know why I'm holding the mug like this. This is, when did I learn how to do this? I don't know, but this is delicious, is what I can say. So, again, I was really right about the cousin of Earl Grey that this is, because the bergamot is so high up there. I wish I had the box so I could see what the ingredients really are, but I just had like the bag of it and it didn't really go into those details. But I can definitely tell this is probably like a black Ceylon tea, Ceylon. That's like a really classic black tea that's used particularly in like English tea making, which we all know where they took that from. This definitely tastes like a very fancy high tea. Like I would very much expect this to be like the 1 cube of sugar, a dollop of cream, sort of serve it up high tea style. And I could see this pairing really well with like honestly some Vietnamese food. I honestly get some like star anise out of this if you're familiar with that spice. Quite literally, it looks like a little star. It's really cute. And it's used in pho broth, the soup broth. It's really delightful. The orange isn't really coming out as strongly as I would have expected. I think I steeped this over by like maybe 2 minutes, but thankfully it's the astringency of it is not drying out my mouth too much, which is what happens if you oversteep any tea, really. I'm sure that if I were to sweeten this, the orange would be much more prominent, especially if it was a honey that originated from like orange blossoms. I feel like that would pair really well with this tea. I feel like the tea is such an afterthought though, because really like there's so much more important things and I have so much to do today. I mentioned that I have a party that I'm going to tonight. This is actually like this is almost like a backup to my birthday party. I was going to have a slumber party for my birthday tonight. My birthday is actually on Monday, the 10th. I'm turning 33, the big 3-3, as it were. And I'm just really hoping to have a nice time tonight after everything that's been going on since the start of this year and honestly like the last 6 months for me personally. On I could use just a really nice night out. I think you also deserve a nice night out or a nice day in or really whatever time that you can take for yourself in order to find some refuge from whatever bullshit is plaguing you right now. You deserve that. You don't need to be going through it all the time, especially because it's probably not going anywhere. So I think you're allowed to take a break as long as you can like reasonably find that. I hope you do find the time to do that. I hope I find the time to do that. I hope I find the time to do everything that I need to do today. But if things on my to-do list have to get pushed to tomorrow or next week, then so be it. It's not going to be the end of my world if I don't accomplish everything today, despite the pressure that I feel to have all of my life and shit together right now. That pressure's not real. That pressure came from somewhere in my brain or somewhere in society, and that's gonna happen. But the most important thing is to just focus on whatever it is in front of you and just keep trying to do your best. That's what I'm gonna try and do. So let me know if you liked this video. Let me know if you have any ideas on what I can do to celebrate my birthday. I welcome all suggestions because I'm just kind of flying by the seat of my pants. Until next time, bye.